But when something feels off, it's probably not what you think. You're in a conversation. You know exactly what you want to say, but before the words even come out of your mouth, you calculate how they'll land and you soften the point. You dilute your own note before anyone ever actually even hears it. Or maybe you have a free afternoon, or you're at a significant inflection point in your life and the parameters aren't all laid out, but the decisions are all yours to make. But instead of moving forward with what you actually care about, your momentum just stops. Or maybe there's something you've wanted to do for a long time, maybe years. Maybe it's some sort of a creative ache that you quietly carry. You keep waiting for the right moment, the right justification, or maybe permission from someone else to finally begin. And in all of these moments, there's a gap between who you are inside and what actually happens. So you've read the books, spent good time in retreats and seminars, and been on journeys and quests. You've done the work. But in moments that count, something still overrides you. And it's easy to look at that gap and think it's a character flaw, but it's not. The root of this disconnection is mistiming. So due to early conditioning, we developed poor timing with respect to the natural flow of the present moment. We lose the natural rhythm of asking what is happening now, who are we now, and what should we do now, moment to moment. And we don't necessarily get the order wrong, we just fail to inhabit the questions fully. So we rush past them sometimes, or sometimes we linger on them too long. And the thing is that knowing this and having this insight won't fix the problem. Knowing better is not the same as doing better. The gap between them lives in your nervous system, not in your mind. Because the core friction, again, is mistiming. And so the natural and inevitable treatment to this is tuning. And so when something's off and it makes no sense, I suggest practicing sound improvisation. Tune your own alignment. The way back to coherence is practice. Specifically, the practice of moving cleanly through these 3 steps. Listening carefully, feeling deeply, and playing it out. When your timing is off, this sequence scrambles. Action without sufficient listening collapses into a reaction. Listening without sufficient feeling collapses into detachment. And feeling without transitioning into play collapses into rumination. So to change these patterns, we all need practice environments that are fast enough to catch us in the act. So one where we can make a choice, feel the result immediately, and then get to choose again, over and over again, in real time, until new ways of responding become easier and easier to access. So right now, wherever you're sitting, just pause and take a breath. Notice the space between your impulse to move and your actual movement. You don't need to fix anything. Just listen to the room for 5 seconds. That's contact. That's where the practice begins. So you should never live in exile from your own nature. And after inhabiting this practice, you won't. So before you try to change anything else, start by listening. I have a free 15-minute guided tuning practice that is designed to help with this first step of the process of this practice. It doesn't require any musical background at all, doesn't even require being in a quiet room or any of that. It's just a place to restore your orientation and notice what's happening now without fixing or performing. The link's below. Check it out if you like. And ultimately, whether you ever work with me or not, What matters most is that you find some way to practice aligning what you think and feel and say and do in real time. And I recommend sound improvisation for a whole lot of reasons, including the fact that it's fun, it works, and you can enjoy it for life. So again, if this resonates, check out the free 15-minute listening door. It's a really good place to begin. Thanks, I'm really glad that you were here. Until next time, play on.